Try this again. What's up? All right, mic's on now. If you hear something, that dog right there, Mabel, poor girl, she's like hawking something up. We got home from hanging out with the folks tonight. Poor thing went out in the backyard, came back in. She's just been, God only knows, just choking something up. So poor girl, pray for Mabel. Guys, it's a good weekend. It's a great time of year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Not just because it's Christmas. Man, there's some like awesome gaming stuff going on right now. One of which I'm most excited about, deep in my roots, deep in my loins, my online esport, like multiplayer, big team loins. Halo, man. It's big right now in the streets. Halo's going really hard right now. Coming out of the gate swinging with their professional esports. Man, it's just fun. If you're not playing Halo Infinite right now, it's free to play. The multiplayer is free to play. So, I mean, I would heavily encourage you, get out there and try it. It is good stuff. So, okay, what we're going to cover tonight. So, in Raleigh, Raleigh, however you say it, Raleigh. The Halo Championship Series Day 2 overview. We're going to cover a little bit about how they're doing their tournament. They're doing it bracket style, but there's a couple different brackets. There's a couple different ways to get into the championship. And so what's cool about Halo Esports is anyone, and when I say anyone, that's without any hesitation, that's without any parameters, anyone can break out onto the scene. So the beautiful thing is that you and some of your buddies can put a team together and you can get into these tournaments through open play. So leading into this weekend, there were 3 different weekends where they had opens, where hundreds of teams competed to get into this competition. And if you were one of the lucky ones to place in any of those tournaments, you're now in the major. And so there's going to be 3 majors in this first season of Halo Esports with the Halo Championship Series. So this is the first one. So day 2 is brought to you by a bunch of people who tried and won in these opens. And so you've got a couple of different ways that you can get in. They have what's called pool play, and then you have the open bracket. So pool play and open bracket, and then you've got both of those combining into the championship bracket, right? And so today there was some noticeable big-name teams in the pool play. And then you also had some people that had gotten in through open play. So, again, those teams that maybe they're not registered under any big team, just people like you and me through that open play. So, the pool 1, the very first pool, consisted of Optic Gaming, Pioneers, Bing Chilling, and the Chiefs. Okay, so Bing Chilling and the Chiefs are your 2 no-names. And then you've got Optic Gaming and Pioneers. All of the teams were no match for the clear favorites in Optic Gaming, who swept the competition 3-0 without dropping a series along the way. Behind them were the Pioneers, who went 2-1 and overall to finish second in their pool. Then came the Chiefs, who finished third at 1-2, and finally Bing Chilling, who failed to win a series. So that was Pool 1. Pool 2 consisted of 3 partnered teams with Natus Vincere, I believe I'm saying that right, Natus Vincere, FaZe Clan, G2 Esports, and Divine Mind as a sole unpartnered squad. It was a battle for the top between the 3 partnered teams. G2 Esports came out on top after finishing 3-0 in their pool. Behind them was FaZe Clan, who finished 2-1, and after an 0-3 loss to G2 Esports, and then Navi, who finished 1-2 overall. Bringing up the rear was Divine Mind, who could not close out a match against any of the teams. We've said it before on the pod. Corbin and I, just kind of in our observations, we've noticed these partner teams, they truly are some of the best. It's not like just because they are the people who are usually out in the front and they're signed to people, like they're the professionals. And so you expect them to do well. Is it cool that an underdog could feasibly win the whole thing? Yes, but you would think, though, if you're that good to win, you're probably partnered. You're probably a signed player, and that just kind of shows it here. So that was Pool 2. 2 more pools to go. Pool 3, the third pool, consisted of partnered Team E United, Quadrant, Oxygen Esports, and then a team called the Boys. Come on, boys. Let's go, boys. The Boys. The first seed was claimed by E United, who finished 3-0 in their group overall. Behind them was Quadrant, who finished 2-1, and then Oxygen Esports, who came out in third. Lastly, and of course, the Boys, their fourth seed after going 0-3 in the group without winning a map. And then finally in Pool 4 today, Pool 4 was filled with another two partner teams in Cloud9 and Space Station Gaming. Those two were accompanied by XSET and the European team Ascend. And I had a lot of fun watching Ascend today. Cloud9 finished strong in their group on the second day by going 3-0 overall. Space Station Gaming, XSET, and Ascend all finished in a three-way tie, which was really interesting, at 1-2, which was settled by a tiebreaker match. The end result was Space Station Gaming taking second seed, XSET in third, and Ascend finishing fourth. So, really exciting stuff. It was cool that fourth pool kind of came to a three-way tie because we were really wanting that. I personally was really wanting the Boys to come in there, or not the Boys, Ascend. I really liked the way they played. They played a game versus, what was the name of that team? I'm going to look it up real quick. There was another team. Who was it? Flame Sword is their guy who started it back up. I'm looking, guys. Pardon me. Pulling up the tweets. Well, damn. Where did it go? Did I post it to Always Be Gaming? I might have. I'm tanking. Team Status Quo. Okay, so Status Quo. They played a Status Quo today, and that was maybe one of my favorite matches. So, all right, so look out for Ascend and Team Status Quo. Kind of two underdog teams. You might see them in the future. So I'm calling it here. Ascend and Status Quo are my two underdog teams I'm pulling for in future tournaments. So those of you, that's the overview for the pools. I want to bring attention to one of my favorite matches of the day. It was kind of the big one that everybody was looking at. So in the week 3 qualifying open, Sentinels won first seed. However, some controversy happened, and we covered this in the last podcast. After losing their number 1 seed due to player Royal 2 cheating in the final qualifying match for the major this weekend, Sentinels pick up Big Boy, free agent Big Boy. You've heard of him through Call of Duty League. Formal is a previously Call of Duty League player for Optic Gaming. He still carries the Optic name. This was a little strange. I couldn't understand this. He's playing for the Sentinels, but if you look down under the Sentinels roster, like literally live in the middle of the game, it says Optic Formal Matt or whatever his name is. But I mean, but it said clearly Optic under the Sentinels banner. So I don't really understand that. But they pick up Big Boy Matt, and they claw their way out of the open bracket into the championship bracket today, and to just basically show the world that you can cheat and you can still excel in life. Team Status Quo. There it is. Thank you, Corbin. I see you in the chat there. All right, so we're going to switch over. Big Daddy got it. Big Daddy got it. Where's my YouTube? Here we go.
Stats like this, he's really paving the way right now for the pro players. You know, what kind of skill level does it take to really perform like Lucid on LAN in front of thousands of people and really try and seal the deal for his team?
I mean, it's that upper echelon of skill,
talking about the match beforehand.
It's that next gear that he
Sentinels
has. Only
versus
a few
Optic.
players on
This was the big
planet
game.
really have that next gear, and Lucid being one of those players. It's players alongside Shotzzy, Frosty, Renegade. Lucid goes into that bucket of players that really can just elevate their teams to new levels. He's going to have to elevate his entire team to a new level if they want to take down a monster like Sentinels this series.
Man, and that was absolutely true. So I'm going to leave this. Oh, let me Control-Z that. So I'm going to leave this running in the background while we kind of talk about what happened here between Optic and Sentinels today. Sentinels won the number 1 seed, but then they cheated. They were dropped from their number 1 seed into the open, right? So then they had to fight back into the championship series, which they did. And then when they get there, they're facing their number 1 rival. A lot of beef between these two teams from the past. And certainly today we saw it on the stage. So let's talk about this. This was a series of best of 5. Okay. Let's talk about this real quick. So let me burn this entire series because this was definitely the hottest series of the day. So map 1 is capture the flag on Bazaar. So Ola Cadavra, aka Pistola, the wizard, draws first blood with a flag cap. Optic does a great job bunkering down and getting well-timed kills. Sentinels were scattered, paying little attention to spacing and grouping, never could capitalize on a few advantages they pulled out. Formal tanks and gets killed a massive amount of times, making way for the boys to write his checks across the stage from him. Optic pulls off the first map dub, 2 flag caps to none. Optic goes up 1-0 in the series, makes a huge statement to start it off. Map 2, Slayer in the streets. Optic Gaming goes up 4 kills early on due to some good teamwork and assist from Lucid and Ola together. Lucid leads the entire game as kill leader, mopping the floors with the Sentinels who were on their back foot the entire time. Optic gave no openings for the Sentinels to work with, no cracks in their armor whatsoever. Optic puts Sentinels in situational housing, forces them to live in the police station area of the map. Lucid puts up 17-4 kill board to take Optic 50-36 in Slayer to take the wind out of the sails of the Sentinels and close out a 2-0 lead. Going into map 3, will they sweep Optic? Man, on my favorite mode, Oddball, live fire Oddball, my favorite game mode. Frosty gets a little cheeky holding down the left side early, protects teammate Formal as he holds the ball, giving it up to Optic's APG, who holds for a juicy 48 seconds. Sentinels get a bad spawn at B while enemy rotates and holds A, trickle in and try to grab the ball from a flustered Optic. Back and forth, up and down, lead between the two teams and ends with a long hold from APG and Trippy, my boy. The lead continues to add up to 70-32 before Lethal finally gets an opportunity to grab and pick up off of APG, taking it to 70 seconds to 42 seconds. That's right, Optic doesn't care. They have such a massive lead, the game becomes all about trading kills. Sentinels taking an equipment supermarket sweep and taking it back to 98-72, almost shutting down the sweep. Optic, though, comes in. Final moments of the game, 2 seconds before Sentinels get the win. Optic grabs an absolute buzzer beater grabs the oddball, brings it back to win 100-98. An absolute heartbreaker for the Sentinels. Oddball match goes 1-0 Optic. But you thought we were done? Oddball is best of 3. It's the only game type where we actually go multiple rounds. So, okay, round 2, here we go. Pistola, my man Ola, grabs and defends the ball early, rotating wonderfully with his team. They take it up 71 seconds to 12, and the Sentinels grab and hold, make it 71-26 before throwing the ball off the map, reset, but it basically delivers it straight into the hands of Optic, who grab and hold it up to 93 seconds. So make that 93-26. Sentinels, with a sweet grab, reclaim and double their time held up to 47, but it's just not enough. Optic wins round 2 of the match to sweep the series 3-0. My goodness. Guys, I called it going into this weekend. Optic's going to be making a huge splash this year. And today, I think it's safe to say, with probably one of the hardest matches, I mean, that was basically a championship match. The Sentinels versus Optic, those are probably the 2 most stacked teams. I think, and I mean, this is maybe a little bit of a hot take. I tweeted this earlier, but Lucid really gets some help from his team. I don't know if you noticed this, but his teammates are, if you watch them play, anytime they switch over to his teammates' cams, they're watching Lucid. They're looking for his action, following his lead, and then they're protecting him. They're getting those assists. I mean, he's putting up huge stat lines, But honestly, I mean, they're really following his lead. So I think that they play well knowing who's their best player and support him. They're not looking for solo moments of their own. They're not trying to steal the spotlight. They're following him and giving him the assists that he needs to do the things that he can do, that only he can do. He's the absolute best player in the league, hands down. But if you were to take the teams and look at them, Sentinels versus Optic side by side, I think you have, if you just add up all the talent, I think you look at overall the average talent, I think you have more on the Sentinels team. So I think that's why people thought that they were going to come in and tear it up, because you go, okay, we've got one really good player on Optic, but you have 4 pretty darn good players on Sentinels. And so to see this sweep 3-0, I don't think that when you look at that sweep that it necessarily tells the right story, because there were a lot of really close moments. These were not just blowout games. They were actually pretty close, especially that first round on Oddball. I mean, it was 100 to 98 seconds. I mean, literally there was a 2-second difference between that dub there. And then, you know, Slayer, I mean, they didn't get the Steaktacular on the Streets map there on map 2. It was 50 to 36. So, okay, close enough, right? That's not horrible. And then you didn't have the 3-0 cap on CTF. I mean, they capped 2 flags, but they didn't get the third one there. So Optic, I think they're gonna win the whole weekend. That's my prediction. You heard it here first. They're a lot of fun to watch, man, and I'm happy to say they're here from our hometown here in DFW now that we've got the merging of Envy and Optic. So. Exciting weekend so far. Championship Series resumes tomorrow. It's going to be the last day, day 3. The winners are going to be taking home the lion's share of a $250,000 pot. But hey, that's not it though. The fun doesn't end there. I want to do an actual live recap. We're going to pull up the video of something I talked about previously on the pod, and let's watch it together because I think it's a lot of fun. The comms get a little fun. This is something that they did a number of years ago in South by Southwest. It's Team Walshy versus Team Goldenboy in an 8v8 big team battle best of 3. Let me go ahead and set the stage for you while I find it, because this was absolutely hilarious fun. Oh my God. I had such a blast watching this. So I'm going to set the stage here while I forward this up a little bit. So we're going to go, let me go back just a little bit. So it is 1-1, I believe. Oh, man, I hope I didn't just screw this up. Here we go. No. All right, it's about to be 1-1. All right, it's about to be 1-1. Let me boost it up. No, that's too far. All right, here we go. All right, we're just going to leave it here. It's running. So let me welcome you. It is map 1. Goldenboy, map 2, Team Walshy. So it's tied 1-1 in the series, in a best of 3 series. Team Goldenboy is down on the control map. They are down 1 cap to 0. Team Goldenboy right now is about to come back with a cap, and you can see it on the screen right now. I'm going to bring the volume up. Let's just listen in together because this is a lot of fun.
Tie this game up, it's just moments away, it's 1-1! Okay. Team Goldenboy showing some resolve.
And this is going down to the wire. We wouldn't want it any other way. Less than 8 minutes left in the game. Tied 1-1. The next capture could win.
We've made some jokes about these two.
We have, well, actually a lot of jokes.
Too many jokes, arguably.
Yeah.
Some of them have landed, some of them haven't. But one thing we have to say, they've both been warriors today. On the battlefield, leaving it all out there,
and all players
commanding the troops.
All players in this game got to get a huge shout out. This is a star-studded big team battle match, and I'll be honest, it's the most star-studded big team battle match maybe in history. Now as we take a look, Walshy does grab A, they're going to grab B, but Team Goldenboy working on C.
Working on C, but if they can make that flood towards it, then maybe there's an opportunity to make yet another play.
Ogre 2 with a fusion coil. I thought I'd never say that, but here he goes for the Hail Mary fusion coil. Let's see. We'll never know.
We'll never know. We'll pretend it landed somewhere cool, but Here's Puckett, sword and snipe for a second there. Defending C with his life.
So back in action is previous on the desk with him. Puckett, love that guy. Love seeing him here.
And it's time to be converted. Ritzy Pizza. Our boy Nick picks up one. Snipe down's there as well. C is getting converted. This is a back and forth battle.
Snipe down, arguably one of the very best controller players in Halo of all time.
I think they got it. It's going to be C. Look at this.
Walshy!
Team Walshy goes up 2-1, and it's a Team Walshy.
So Team Walshy was up 1-0. Team Goldenboy catches them, goes 1-1. Now Team Walshy takes it up 2-1. All they need is one more full control of the map to take it.
A triple kill for Snipe down.
Killing Frenzy for Snipe down.
But here's Ubernick. This could be the game changer. This might be what Team Goldenboy need.
Let me tell you one thing. There's a few players that you do not want to have vehicles, especially aerial vehicles, in BTB. One of them's Ubernick.
Hex is standing up. Hex is getting loud.
Don't give up.
Rightly so as well. They have that lead. A in control of Team Walshy. C's being converted by Team Goldenboy. We could see a little bit of a head-on battle towards B here, but it's going to be control B by Team Walshy. If they can make that push onto C.
So Team Walshy gets 2 points to Goldenboy's 1. All they need to do is take point C here to get the victory.
Team Walshy is only one zone away from closing out this series and reverse sweeping Team Goldenboy. A little scratch to the brow for Ubernick on Team Goldenboy. They need to stay alive here. 5.5 left. They need at least another point on the board. They need to win this round to at least send us into overtime. Takes down Oath. Another thing we might have to see conversation about later. Also up against Ogre 2. Ogre 2 wins that one.
A and B still in the control of Team Walshy here. I'm just saying, if they can get towards C, which is exactly what they're doing, maybe this is the play that could win them the game. Ogre 2 picks up the kill. A is being converted though, so even though things were looking good for just a few seconds there for Team Walshy, it looks like Team Goldenboy is starting to find their way back into this a little bit. It's just 1 point between the two.
4 minutes 45 left in the game.
Team Goldenboy starts to take 3 points. All 3 points are being taken by Team Goldenboy right now.
In this BTB, B and C being worked on for Team Goldenboy at the moment. We're now on board with Goldenboy with the Stalker rifle. Ooh, look at the shots onto Walshy on the gunner. Going to go ahead and be able to convert C.
It's a BR and a Stalker on my X.
Big comps coming in from GB. Let them know where those weapons lay. B and C converted here, Andy, and it looks like there might be a bit of action around A too.
I have a hog of our own.
Right now, it looks like it will go A for the other way. So Team Walshy will hold control of A, and they're also converting B. Lots of pressure coming in for Team Walshy. As a reminder, lots here on the line, not just bragging rights, but the official Big Team Banana. But I can't even say it anymore. Big Team Battle Bonanza belt. Also on the line.
At least 2 and 8 at least. Another one.
Big Team Banana is an unofficial prize that Andy will be awarding to the winner.
No, you don't want the Big Team Banana. You don't want the Big Team Banana. That's something different here.
All right, so with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game, it's about to get absolutely buck wild. Here we go.
Fusion coil for Team Walsh. What can he do?
He's on C.
Takes the skies. Looking to see if that thing hits. Oh, no, it's not going to. The lunchbox is going to pop up with that rocket launcher.
Says, what was he doing there with the rocks? Lunchbox 1 step ahead of Walsh. In this one, it's going to be a grapple coming in from Ubernick. This man could change the course of this game. Oh, look at the flank.
Flank's there, but the teamwork is so good from Team Walsh. He seems to have galvanized the squad after that win. They've got control of B. Looks like they're going to convert A. Now we're going to see the push on to C. Team Walshy with only 3 minutes and 10 seconds to hold on here, Andy.
What does Team GB do here? That's the question. They need to hold off the C push or start some creative and crafty flanks on either A or B, and that's what they're going to do. They're actually going to go for the A flank there, so we'll have to see what happens with C. We take a look. No, back at A. It's going to be a reset for Team Walshy. So once again, we have eyes on B right now, but still, Team Walshy trying to mount that C push.
You just know that stories are going to be told about so many of these individual fights as well. 2 on C, a little bit later on in the bar, maybe back at the hotel. There's going to be.
So Team Walshy takes it back, 2 points. Team Goldenboy coming in here for the final push in the last 2.5 minutes.
And again, like you say, that triple kill is going to be very important. We've seen a little bit of a vehicle drop in. This could, again, be a game changer way back into things here for Team Goldenboy. But at the moment, it's the battle for B that is being won by Team Walshy. They have AB control.
B and C had started to get swapped just a little bit. Look at C. Look at C. That's what we got to keep eyes on because Team Walshy is making that
push.
Look at
the swap.
Team Walshy gets so close to taking C. They're so close.
Goldenboy's trying to do what he can with hits. in that walk, but they've been EMP'd.
What happens on C? Okay, for a moment there, we thought Scythebound was certainly going to get C, but they're actually...
And now here comes a whole reverse push on all 3 points.
It was. A and B now being turned over by Team Goldenboy. C is as well by the looks of things.
Yeah, just a
B looks like
cap here.
We'll be back in control of Team Walshy though. 1 minute and 45 seconds or so here.
And now, I mean, look at this. We're
Final moments of the game.
only 1:42 left on the clock. That means the Team Walshy could just defend one zone. That's all they have to do. They can stack. You might have heard Walshy say it, just do not.
All they have to do is they just have to not let Team Goldenboy take a full control, and that's all they have to do. They just have to defend one.
B with the fancy grapple, whipping it around there.
Now he's starting to work out how that controller works again. They have A, B, C control here. They can find their way over to B like they need to. GB picks up one. Woo! Big back smack.
Goldenboy's an absolute machine.
Double kill on screen there.
Full stop.
First ever double kill.
Final 60 seconds. Here we go.
However, the double kill wasn't enough here. B in control of Team Walshy. A in control of Team Walshy.
Wait, hold the phone. B and A being capped.
But, as you say, A being capped, B being capped.
Oh.
48 seconds.
Look at this.
And falling. Renegade has a sniper rifle in his hand. It's all about B. It's all about B.
No.
They tie up the game!
Are you kidding me? 33 seconds left.
Such a cool moment. So they tie it up 2-2 with 30 seconds left. Overtime rules is they're going to add time. So add time.
12 seconds left on the clock. We'll go to an extra round. Wow.
I'm fast forwarding a little bit.
Nick of time. Team Goldenboy answers back. They start to capture B just before.
Walshy's up 2 zones to 1 against Goldenboy's team.
They will get B control as well. 59 seconds left. I have no idea what the tiebreaker rules are if this one ends at a tie. We'll have to find out from the station referees. 50 seconds left. Can one of these two teams close it out?
Looks like A and C are moving. A and C are moving pretty quickly here. B in control of Team Goldenboy.
Right next to me, Tom.
A is being picked up as well.
No way.
C is being picked up as well.
Where do they go?
A and C. Goldenboy. The reigning, defending Big Team Battle Champion.
What a moment. Goldenboy himself with the gravity hammer.
Goldenboy goes on a 6-man killing spree with the hammer.
Here in Raleigh for your defending Big Team Battle Bonanza champion. It's Goldenboy.
So cool. All right, we'll pause it there. Man, I freaking love that. I freaking love that. That's so fun. So congrats to Goldenboy. Team Goldenboy takes it with the back-to-back Big Team Big Team Bonanza champion. So yeah, that's just fun. Man, Big Team reminds me of when I was a kid, and I'm just, I don't know how old I was when Halo 2 came out, but just being online for the first time and being in such a large map with so many other people, and you're thinking like I'm playing with other actual people, and it's like the beginning of like online gaming. It's just that's what Big Team Battle reminds me of, that nostalgia of just being online and playing with as many people as you possibly can in a lobby, and it was just special. So to see 16 people 8v8 in a LAN, like in front of a huge crowd like that, just gets me going. So I just love that. Anyway, lots more tomorrow, day 3. We'll see what type of recap we get on that. I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit about it in the pod next week as well. If you haven't already, one, drop a like or a follow on Twitch. It's twitch.com/alwaysbegaming_ for our channel there. Or actually, you know what? Follow Corbin Live /Corbin Live _. Follow myself at SurvivorIV, and then the same for those on Twitter as well. So give us a follow. If you're listening to this in the pod, I don't know. I think we're going to take the audio of this and put it in the podcast. But man, drop us a review. Give us a like on there as well. Follow us, subscribe, do the things. Helps us grow. Helps us know that we're being seen and heard. And we appreciate it because we're working on getting this up and running and big. We're working on getting some interviews. We've got some cool stuff around the corner with people in the industry. We're having a blast doing it. So it's definitely more fun when we have Corbin here. We missed having Corbin on tonight. We'll get him in here next week for the pod, and we'll do some more reviews of HCS. Tune into Day 3 tomorrow. Guys, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope whatever you're doing this week that you're enjoying a great end to a great year for yourself and your family. Merry Christmas to you guys. It's a lot of fun getting to be in front of you guys and getting to chat with you guys about one of the greatest hobbies out there, which is video gaming. So, all right, friends, I'm going to close this out with a little music and some DMCA free Christmas music here. Merry Christmas. We'll catch you soon. Adios.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears,